welcome to my channel. This is going to be a bit of a mix. I have some haul to show you. I have some projects to show you, and I was thinking of giving you a bit of a stash look, depending on how I go for time. We'll see how I go. What has happened this week? This week, Cunning cross stitch, because it's May, Cunning cross stitch has released the next chapter in the Harry Potter Stitch Along. So chapter 3 has been released. Yes, I did print it. The benefits of having a reasonably okay printer. But it does jump from scene to scene, so I just needed to kind of get my head around it. It's very scattered in this one, in that you follow a hyperlink on one of the letters and it takes you to the next page. So it jumps pages and pages to get you to the right section. So yeah, it's a little bit interesting in how this works as a PDF. Some people are using one idea, some people are mixing their ideas. It's already getting exciting and people are making plans. So if you are interested in the Harry Potter Stitch Along, I will put the link in the description. But we're up to chapter 3, which means that the introduction, which is all those pretty borders, the chapter 1, which is the middle banner, and I can't remember what was in it. Chapter 1 is the banner for your house. Chapter 2 is the Quidditch, and chapter 3, well, I'm not going to tell you because spoilers. Get in there. Alright, haul first. I went to the store. It was pay week, so got a couple of things. Got this for a project because questions have been asked, and this is for the miss to have a go, and we'll see how she does. It's a self-contained kit. It's a little 6x6 centimeters, so it's, you know, tons of overlap. All the colours that's going to be needed, and yes, I've got to sit down and give her some instructions on that. Now, she also asked me about some knitting, and I got two choices. I wasn't quite sure what to go for. I thought maybe she would like this because, oops, it's a little bit more kid-like. Hang on just a second. I've got a very big screen. Yeah, that'll do. Alright. I thought this might be a little bit more childlike. She said she wanted to try and knit a scarf. But I got this as well because it's really pretty. And it's got some gorgeous colours in it. There's the purples and there's some green buried in there. So, yes, knitting project. She has knitted before. We've knitted some squares that we then created into bunnies. And that was kind of cool. So, that's those. Which means that I can now give them to her. Now, let me see if I can do this. These are not pills. And anyone who knows anything is going to recognize those. Alright, that's it, that's the receipt. Okay. Now, these I purchased for my Ireland project from Peppermint Purple. Peppermint Purple, if you aren't already aware, Claire is the Peppermint Purple gal, and she has done a butt ton of blackwork patterns, and included in those is a whole heap of countries, and of course she did Ireland. So I've got green for my Ireland, which I have already downloaded. So I've got some variegated green, which is going from a light to a kind of rich green. But then I saw these. Now these are satin, I think. Satin or silk. It's an S. I'm not really up there. I went for the colours. This is S909. It's slippy as all hell. The colour is not coming out on that camera quite as much as I would like. But it's a gorgeous Irish kind of poppy green. It really does pop. And then this one is a little bit more muted. It's also looks like it's been a bit more mistreated too. And this is an S702. It's a slightly limier green than the richer green, but I kind of thought maybe I'd do some blends. I might do the variegated in the main part, and what I might do is a very subtle, not a county border because there's 32 counties in Ireland and then there's another 6 up north, but I was thinking maybe do the Ulster, Munster, Leinster and Connacht. Brain gone blank. What are they called? I don't know. Oh dear. They're not regions. Oh. They're like, I don't know. They're the bigger zones of the counties. So you've got the counties, and the counties go into the things, and then the things go into the country. I give up. If I find it, I'll put it in the bottom like I usually do. Oh my lord. Alright, look. Okay, I got some Ada. Now, there's a problem with this. This is the pre-cut Zweigart Ada that you can get, and I'm sure a lot of you are very familiar with these because Zweigart is international in the Ada field. This is a 14 count, and this is a 19 by 21, so I think that makes it a fat quarter, and it says so on the back. It says fat quarter, 14 count Ada, and this is the well, it's the beige kind of, I think it's not the antique white, it's a cream maybe. Alright, now these say down here they're 14 count, and it says it's 14 by 19. This is a fat quarter, and it says it on the back. These are not 14 count, and I know it says it on the big packaging, but down here it says pre-cut 16 count Ada antique white, and it says it's 36 by 48, which is the size that it says here, but this packaging seems to be wrong. These are definitely smaller and 16 counts as opposed to the cream, which is definitely a 14 count. So a little bit weirded out by that, but at least I'm aware that they're different counts. And because these are 16, I don't need it to be quite the fat quarter to get it to be the same area, you know, comparison. I think that's how it works. Anyway, the plan with these, not now, excuse me, the urchin wants some chocolate. The plan is to have a go at doing some dyeing. So I got yellow, and I got purple, and I got orange, and I got green. There's something like 20 colors, or at least, in these. They're not cheap though, they're $9 each. I'm not planning on using a lot because these are really small pieces of fabric, to be honest. Dyeing is way new for me, but I thought I would have a little bit of a play. I don't know about strength of color or anything else. I was going to try doing it with ice dye. I figured the powder was going to be better than the liquid, and yeah, bit of an experiment. So join me with that bit of lunacy. Alright. What else did I get up to recently? Oh yes, I also got some needles. I got some 24s and 26s because what I've got in my kit I think is a 26, possibly even bigger. I'm not quite sure, but it's a fairly meaty needle that I've got. Okay, where am I up to? Well, I have got fully up to speed with my Peppermint Purple stitch along. Link will be in the description. And I know it's been a bit of time since I've shown you. So this is where we're up to. Get out, Sophie. This is the block that we've just got midweek. It's really pale. Let me try and zoom you. So it's very subtle. This is grey. You can actually see it in daytime. I did it at nighttime and it was like, oh my god, is it even there? So yeah, the pale colors are really quite pale, but they are, all the stitches are there. Okay, now what I had done, if I can get all of this in just in frame, so you so what I had done with this, I had got up to about here at the border, so I'd started here and went down and, you know, kept going. Got to about here and went, oh, it's not symmetrical. Yeah, that's really going to annoy me. So I ripped it all the way back. I frogged it all the way back to here after working out that I could make it mirror. So I've dropped a stitch in the center down here and then restitched. Got the border all ready, and then I was sitting waiting for this last week and got the last week finished. And I'm all up to speed, so I'm kind of going, oh, what now? So I need my project bags to arrive. I've got this. Hang on, let me put this away. So, this is the mystery piece. I may have shown this to you before on the last FlossTube. And look, I have an owl head. I started my Harry Potter. Yay! Alright, so, oops, there is not Hedwig. I'm not sure what this owl is called. Maybe it's just a generic male owl. But look, I've started and I'm delighted. I'm doing this stitching in hand, so I've just got a clip on the excess. It's not quite in the right place because I can't get behind it from this side very well, but I'll get there. I'll figure out where it needs to go, and yeah, most of it will be clipped. I may need a bigger clip, to be honest. But yeah, I have a start, thank God. And because I'm up to speed with the Peppermint Purple, it means that I can do the Peppermint Purple on a Wednesday night when it comes in, if I'm inclined, or even leave it till Thursday, and then I can just puddle around with this. Now this takes longer because it's the double stitches, whereas the Peppermint Purple black work is single stitches, back stitch, so it just flies along, whereas this is like, I don't know how people do like 400 stitches in a session. It's like, what the? Now, let me go and get my mail. Here it is. Oh, actually I got a bit of mail. There went the tea bag. Alright, now this little package was not it was enabled, I suppose. Well, I don't know if she is the first person I've seen with these or not, but Rachel, well, she gave me the idea for what I'm doing with this, which is cheating, potentially. Oh yeah, it'll do. Alright, this is what I'm doing, and I got the idea from the Floss Away bags. Now, I know these are not Floss Away bags, but these are mini lunchbox bags. I think I showed these in another video, and I could put a hole punch through here to put them on a ring, potentially. So that's what I'm keeping my floss in, but that's a temporary measure from getting the Floss Away bags. Now the Floss Away bags come in 100 in a pack, if you're not already familiar with them. I have got more of these bags in the mail at the moment. I'm just waiting on them. So I ordered these off Amazon from whatever store had them, to be honest. It was shipped to Australia. So these are from Michigan. Is that Michigan? Grand Rapids, Michigan. These are from Getty Crafts, and I only ordered one. I thought I ordered two, but maybe I just ordered the one because it's 100 in the bags. I am going to get more. I think the idea behind these are quite good. Now, I I tried looking for information on flossaways and I couldn't find them on the internet. So this says Econo pack with a 3 ring. Is that, it's a 3-inch ring? Okay. And the bags are 5x3. It's one storage ring. It's for keeping your floss clean. It allows use of all threads without waste. Quick access from wide zip opening bag and white right on area for color number. It is an Econo pack with the 3-inch ring. They're just missing the little quotes up there. There's no braiding, winding or assembling. Store and use instantly. So once I break into this, I'm in. There is no lovely, convenient, sticky to reseal the bag, which is okay. I have plenty of bags. This is a really, really heavy ring. Okay, so you pull it apart and slide. Oh, I might need to get my husband to sheep this. We use lanolin to grease things. And here are the bags. They're not very big. They're smaller than I expected, but oh look, the measurements were on the measurements were on the bag. But there's a hole here with the punch. You know what? I think the only benefit, excuse me, to these is the color block that you can write the number on with a normal biro as opposed to a permanent marker like I have. It's got FlossAway on it because it's a trademark. And yeah, there's the thing. You know what the problem is? They won't fit these. Well, they barely fit those. Okay, they just about fit those. It's okay. I think I'll stick with my much cheaper hack, which is the mini lunch bags that I can get from the store for, I don't know, $4 each. Let's do a comparison in size though. So these are my minis. You can get all sorts of sizes in these if you're a parent and you do packed lunches. So for comparison, corner to corner, you're looking at 2 more centimeters one way and 2 more another way. As I said, I can hole punch these really easily, and I've got my floss in there. Now, I think I've only got a length of floss in these, and it's numbered because the floss is for another project. And these are the numbers for my Peppermint Purple stitch along. So it only needs maybe 1 strand, maybe 2 at a push for some of the bigger strands, for some of the bigger boxes. And certainly for the long boxes, might even need 3 strands. We'll see how I go. I did purchase a whole heap more of black 310 because the border ate up the 310. I didn't try saving any of the frogged 310. And yeah, I figure I'll always have a need for 310. Let me get a bag. Alright, so I'm going to put my FlossAway bags in here, seeing as this is now reusable. They're okay. I'm not quite sure how they're trademarking. Now, what is it? FlossAway is a trademark, but it's not a patented thing. Okay, so FlossAway is the name of the bag, but yeah. Nice ring. I think my husband might be able to 3D print me some. And at least I get to, oh, yeah. At least I get to give it a go. So they're the FlossAway bags. If you're interested in getting them, 5x3. So that 5x3 is the size of an index card, usually. So no, you would not fit an index card inside. Alright, there you go. FlossAway bags. Alright, now I will do a separate video for these. what I will do is some editing, and we'll see how I go. Tea. Alright, knit crate. Now these are about the same. I'm expecting them to be both the same. Hang 5. I will edit this. Alright, this is my knit crate box. This just arrived during the week. You get a book of patterns. You get some needle pointers for keeping your needles from stabbing you if you have sharp and pointy ones. Came with some stitch markers, and because I had stuffed up, I don't just get 2. I have 4 of this. Now, this is La Brevis by Knit Crate, and these are exclusive to Knit Crate. La Brevis Light Alpaca, colorway Ancient Pines. It's 100% baby alpaca. It's fingering weight, 400 yards, 365 meters, 100 grams. Suggested needle size is 2 to 3.25 mil. It's a hand wash, and all of these yarns are made exclusively for Knit Crate. These are all the same dye lot. As I said before, I am finding that dye lotting is important. And yeah, so this is the last of my double up box. Let me see if I can get you a better picture with the color. It's green. It's a dark bottle green, kind of. It's so soft. It's absolutely incredible. I haven't worn alpaca before. Haven't probably felt alpaca before. I probably wouldn't buy it in a store because of the cost. One of these babies retails for $24. The Knit Crate box on its own is $24. So you get 2, so you get, 50% off by being part of the subscription box. So I just thought I would share with that my little haul. So yeah, it's a double box just because I pressed the button twice or something, or I don't know. There weren't any boxes available when I first signed up, so then I somehow maybe got signed up to 2. That is Rachel's fault. She enabled that one. And if you decide that you would like to have Knit Crate, if you're into your yarns and look at something different, with my Darn Good Yarn, you're talking sari silk. With Knit Crate, you're talking anything woolen. So, alpaca this time. It was the yellow pack wool the last time. Oh, here is last month. I'm not sure if I showed you or not, but there's that one, and it came with a gorgeous button too. So there's 2 of these in each box. There's the button. You usually get the same yarn in each box, so it's $24 subscription, and you get the 2 yarns. But if you subscribe, I will get a free box, and if you get other people to subscribe on your link, you will get a free box. So if that is something that you're interested in doing, lots and lots of variety. So you're not just sticking with wool, you're sticking with any kind of knittable, crochetable yarn. You get some patterns. It's a bit of an experiment. They're exclusive to Knit Crates, so yeah, you're not going to get something that's necessarily in the stores either. You might get similar, of course, but the colours are interesting. Now, I think Rachel said that she had gone for one particular box. She may have gone for the Chill Out. I'm not quite sure. I've gone for Anything Goes, so I get potluck anytime. This is actually, excuse me, I think from the Chill Out box, that shade. So yeah, wait and see what happens with that. Have I got anything else to show you? Probably not. I would like to, I've got to figure out what project I'm actually going to get started on. I also need to do my nails. I've got to figure out what project I'm going to get started on. So I've got the Cunning cross stitch. I really probably need to crack on with that one. We are building a light. My husband has 3D printed a light so that I can sit at the couch with a floodlight basically over my head, but wait until you see it. When it's actually finished, we'll take pictures. It's awesome. It's really, really cool. And I'm hoping that I will also have a camera involved, so I'll be able to do some recording while I'm sitting on the couch doing some stitching. So you will hopefully get some different kind of videos with that. What else am I doing? I did want to, because I've got my projects here. So this is, there's, oh look, there's the Ireland project I was talking to you about. Hang on. So here is Claire's design for Ireland. So I've got the greens for this. So Leinster is over on this side, and Munster is down here, and Connacht is down here, and Ulster is up here. Okay, so what I was going to do is figure out where the borders were and, you know, do a slightly different colour or an edging or something. I don't know. But yeah, that was just the idea. But otherwise it was just going to be the variegated green right throughout, and there's black on the outline. I think that's how it works. The other thing I had got kitted up for is this, the Ladybug and Daisy. This is all black, and then you've got the little colour pop here of the Ladybug, which is bright, bright red. So I think I've got the colours I already need for that. I haven't put it into a bag because my bags haven't arrived yet. And then I've got my worker bee project, which is another one from Claire. Oh my god, Claire's site, Peppermint Purple, you will get lost in it. She has so many beautiful, beautiful patterns. This is the worker bees, and I think I'd mentioned before, somebody had done this on the black, and all of these yellows popped. It was just gorgeous, yellows and golds. I'm doing it. I've got the fabric for it in just the white. Yeah, it's just how it is. Next thing I've got to worry about is, well, I've got to tuck in my tails from my crochet blanket project so that I can throw it onto Sophie's bed. That would be this one. And there's some of the colours there. So I've got my cerise, I've got my grey, this pale, 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 pale purple in there. No. Can you see? No, you're off camera. I don't want to steal my... Right, through here. No, through here. And just off camera. There you go. So I've got this really pale, and then I've got the dark purple, and I've got the burgundy. So I've got to get these tails going the right direction, so I'll take this out and put it back through the bright pink, and yeah, I've got to get that done. So that's like a couch job to do. I have the wool for my other crochet projects if I get to them. As coming into winter, we have what I call smelly weather. It's windy, it was wet. I was out cleaning gutters and all sorts of other fun things this morning, because we had a garden growing in them. That's always a bit of fun. Not so good for draining water down the gutters. Alright, I will leave you to it. I probably won't record on video the dyeing process, but I may take pictures. I have to find buckets. I have to go down to the store and get ice. And there was some recommendation of soda ash in the water. These don't say that you need soda ash, I don't think. So it's 1 package of dye for a pound of dry fabric. Those things are, I don't know, 1/8 of that. The package reflects approximate. What I will do is I'll open these and then I'll seal them in vacuum packs because we can. For best results, add a cup of salt to the dye bath for cotton, rayon or linen. Add a cup of vinegar to dye bath for nylon, silk or wool. Ada would be cotton. So, okay. Salt. I could probably do that. Need to get salt then. And if dyeing to a lighter or different colour, use colour remover before dyeing to lighten existing colour in most fabrics. I'm kind of going for a blotchy effect. Now what I might also give a go at is a tea and coffee stain. And I might do that on the antique cream one. So I've already got a bit of a head start. But I need to do more research on that. I drink coffee in the house quite regularly, or husband drinks it more regularly than me. Directions are inside for these. There's 500 colour recipes in RIT. Okay. There are a lot of instructions inside here. Sink, bucket, stovetop. But I don't want it soaking. I really need the ice kind of method. So that's what I'll be aiming for because I want that mottled look. So look, I thought I'd give it a go. We don't seem to have an awful lot of people over here who dye hand-dyed Ada. Not like Misty. So look, these colours are, okay, they're all kinds of terrible, to be honest, for a project, possibly. But it'll give me an idea. Maybe I'll just do black work on it so that it, you know, it just is the monotone colour on top. But it's more after the technique I think I want to play with. So yeah, I've got the green, the yellow, the orange and the purple, and it'll look a bit zany. And then there are different colour greens and there are different colour other things. So yeah, I'll see how I go. I'll keep you posted on that one. And yes, I know Rachel Ray did a tea and coffee dye, or she did a tea dye. Other people have done them as well, so I'm not alone in doing those. So yeah, we'll see how we go with tea and coffee dyeing. But I've got a couple of pieces that I can, you know, play with. And if they're really terrible, I guess I could throw them into a colour remover bath and soak the dye out. I think they'll work. It was just a bit of an experiment. The fat quarter kind of pre-cut bits work out at about $20 each. Not necessarily the cheapest way for me to get it. I would probably be better off buying it by the meter, give or take, and chopping it down. Don't know. I did notice somewhere on one of the groups that they didn't recommend taping the edge of your fabric. They recommended the stitching, maybe because of the tape residue or something. I'm not overly fussed. It'd be going into a frame and it'd be trimmed anyway, so I don't mind taping the edges, and it actually lets you work quite robustly. But then I don't have an overlocker, so that's part of the reason why I don't. I do have the zigzag foot stitch, but I always seem to have problems when I do sewing, and I lose my tension on the machine and has to go in and get repaired. Drives me nuts. Yeah. Alright, I'll let you go. Thank you for watching and joining me on this bit of an adventure haul, and yeah, I'll keep you posted and bring you up to speed the next time I see you. Bye for now.